Peace and love to all my dreamers. Now, today I'm reaching out to you because my spirit has put a message within my heart and within my purpose to change my path in life. So today, because of this, I've been working vigorously all day to not only change my direction, but to provide my abilities to the use of my fellow light workers. Now, my motivation for this video is to shed a little light on how I remember my dreams and how I've come to grasp the ability to interpret my own dreams. Now, this ability has taken me a very, very long time with a lot of self-insight and self-seeking. I've had to really look deep within myself in order to find my own truth before I was ever able to even interpret my dreams or to even remember. I had to try vigorously every day, every night. I was writing them down, and I was struggling at first to even remember them, but after I was able to remember them and write them down, I gained the ability to see patterns and messages within my dreams, and these dreams have helped me through some otherwise insane situations that I don't think any right-minded individual would ever want to be put in. But because of these dreams, I was able to make it out of these situations with not only a smile on my face, but a story to tell those who I call believers, or who call themselves believers. Now, once again, this video is about how to remember and interpret your dreams, so let's get to it. I'm just going to tell you that the first thing that you're going to need is a journal, because the first step to remembering your dreams, or the most important step I should say, is writing them down. If you don't write them down and you're not experienced, then you will most likely forget. I've been dreaming for a while, like about 2 years now, lucid, and if I don't write them down, I still forget. It's really hard to remember certain dreams unless you write them down. Others, they're so immense, they're so powerful that you can remember easier than some of the others, but majority, you want to write your dreams down. You want to make it a good practice. So once again, you need a dream journal. Now, step 1, become aware of your sleeping habits. Ask yourself, when was the last time that you had a good night's sleep, and why? Because oftentimes, going to sleep with a calm mind will lead to a more sound sleep, which in return gives you more vivid and more meaningful and longer lasting dreams. Once again, step 1, become aware of your sleeping habits. Now, step 2, the next time that you plan to sleep, set aside an ample amount of time for you to rest. Now, many a times I'll forget my dreams when I'm interrupted. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, phone. Somebody will text me, or somebody will call me, and just any type of outside interaction. Sometimes I'll wake up before someone even calls me. It's just weird feeling that we're all connected, but you have to do your best to isolate yourself from any outside interaction so that you can become yourself, become one with yourself, so that you're not interrupted. So I honestly, since I've started to gain autonomy over my schedule, I work and I make my own schedule. So I've been sleeping for about 10 hours. That's the average amount of time that I'll set for myself, and I won't usually go over unless I'm within a dream and I hit the 10-hour mark, but I won't usually go over simply because my body feels drained after having these vivid dreams. Because, like, once again, I dream awake, I sleep awake, so I feel as though it's a different type of energy, a different type of vibe that you will start to encounter when your body goes through these stages, because you're never fully asleep. You're awake 24/7, and it's a great feeling, don't get me wrong, but it takes a different toll on your body. Now, after a few hours of waking up, you'll start to get back into it. But before I was lucid dreaming, and before I was just dreaming, just dreaming, I would wake up with ample amounts of energy. I believe that when you're in this spiritual state, you're able to interact with the information around us, the spirit, so to speak, because the spirit is nothing or everything that is information, and it's just how we interpret that information. So I believe when you're in this state, you're able to get this different type of energy. So don't want to go over this amount of time, but you want to set enough time for yourself that you won't be interrupted, and that you'll have enough time to do whatever else you have to do in the day. But you also want to set enough time so that you can write your dreams down each time you wake up. So once again, step 2, now that you have time, go to sleep mindful and be aware that you will dream tonight. You will. Now, step 3, when you awaken, whether it's in the middle of the night or it's towards the end of your sleep cycle, if you feel like you've had a dream, the first thing you should do is nothing. Yeah, the first thing you should do is nothing. Lay still, keep a calm mind, and don't move at all. Try your hardest to try to visualize anything that you might have seen, heard, or felt within your dream. And once you've grasped that concept, you can now recreate a story around any and all of the concepts that you remembered from your dreams. So once again, you're taking any thoughts, any feelings, emotions, anything that you can grasp to be considered a concept from when you were dreaming. You want to take that and you want to create a story around it. You don't force the story, but you let it come to you. Try to think what made you have those feelings. What made you see? What led to you seeing what you saw? You have to follow the clues that are left in your mind until you're able to recreate that story. Alright? Now, this may take some time depending on how strong the dream or vision was and how adept you are as a dreamer. But you will get it. Trust me. It takes time and patience, but you will get it. Now, it sometimes takes me anywhere between 30 seconds and 10 minutes. Sometimes I only remember the dream until like hours or, however long later Like, it could be 6-7 hours later and I'm doing something completely different, but somebody will come up to me and they'll say something, and oh, I remember I had a dream that pertained to what they were, to what they were telling me. So a lot of times you won't remember until it's time for you to remember. But if you are going to sleep mindful and you are having faith in yourself, you will get it, trust me. It's very possible, and it's not difficult. It just takes time, and it takes patience, and it takes insight and self-wisdom. You have to look within yourself and find your own truth. Now, step 4. The second that you have recalled that dream, whether you're in the store, or you're in the line at the store, or you're at a concert, or you're in the middle of a conversation with Susie from down the street, or you're in the bed in the middle of the night, the second you recall that dream, write it down. A lot of times I'll be extremely lazy and I don't want to move when I'm in the bed, but trust me, it helps if you fight that lazy urge and just write it down. It only takes a few seconds. You've got the time. So, once again, the second you recall that dream, write it down. Don't procrastinate. Don't think about anything else besides that dream, because that is your truth. And the most important thing in this world is your truth. Don't let anybody tell you different. Now, once you've written down that dream, go over it, recite it for a couple minutes, let it manifest within your mind. Try to grasp the emotions and the feelings that were evoked by this dream, because you need to make a memory fragment within your internal system to remember this dream. Okay? Now, this is where that dream journal comes in handy, because not only are you writing down your dreams, but you're writing down your future. You're writing down your truth. And you can't get this anywhere else. You can't get this from me. You can't get this from a preacher. You can't get this from a seer. You can't get this from anyone but yourself. And this is why your dreams are the most important tool for you, because they are you. Remember, remembering your dreams is the first step towards becoming the greatest version of yourself. Now, the second part I want to explain is how to interpret your dreams. What you require for this is, for one, you need a dream, and for two, you need to have faith in yourself. Because if you're depending on other people to interpret your dreams, you're going to get broken interpretations every time. I can say that for 100% fact, because no one thinks the way that you do, and your dreams are catered for your mind and your mind only. Now, they may make sense to other people, but it is up to you to decipher the code that is within your life. Now, step 1, recall your dream to memory. If you've written the dream down, then simply just grab your dream journal and recite it. Now, step 2, you want to translate your dream using the as above, so below theory, and interpret that dream with a feeling of righteousness. Now, what I mean by this is what feels right to you. That is what righteousness is. What feels right to you. Now, the way that your spirit speaks to you may not be logical to someone else. Therefore, it is best for you to analyze your own dreams. So, for example, I'm going to give you a dream that I've had a few days ago. Now, within my dream, I was in a car with two friends, Xavier and Brianna, and we rolled up to an extreme sports event, and Xavier immediately left the car. He went past everything ground level and swiftly moved up to the highest ramp within the park. Now, I lost sight of him, and he never returned before the dream ended. The analysis of this dream: I was in a car with two friends. To me, this symbolizes movement. Their names were Brianna and Xavier. The name Brianna means strong, ascended. Xavier means the new house or bright. So Xavier wasted no time in leaving the car and quickly moved to the highest point in the area. So this is where I begin the implementation of as above, so below. Now, Xavier leaving with Brianna present means two things. I'm interpreting from the above or the physical first. Xavier will go to the highest extremes to impress a woman. Now, interpreting from the below or the metaphysical, my new house will be bright and established at ascended heights. Now again, I'm interpreting with what feels right to me, because of the feelings and emotions I have with these people, from the things that I have come to believe are truth about these people that I know. So I'm interpreting from my own truth and what feels right to me. So, to me, house here, once again, Xavier, house here means new foundation or a path in life. So I lost sight of Xavier and did not see him again before the dream ended. Now, to me, this means that I might not be able to see this house now, but maybe in the future. So, step 3, prayer. Sorry if you thought that you were the greatest being on this earth or in this universe or in this dimension. Truth is, you're the greatest. Hopefully, you're becoming the greatest version of yourself. But there is someone higher than you. So when I say prayer, you pray to who is higher than you. Now, sometimes a dream may be so far manifested into our future that we may not be able to completely understand it. Maybe just not at this point in time in our life. In the future, we may be able to, but sometimes it's so deep embedded into our lives that we don't have the information available to us currently to even grasp the concept that the dream is trying to convey to us. So all you can do is ask for divine guidance and have faith that the spirits will provide you with the discernment to understand that which you do not know. But have faith that the truth will come to you, because if you seek the truth, it will find you. It might smack you upside the head a few times before it finds you, but It will find you. So, once again, just remember, your truth is no one else's truth but yours. So, always seek inner wisdom. Always seek inner wisdom when analyzing your own life. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to check out my site, and I appreciate you guys. Peace and love.